All right, friends, it is the end of the school year in about a week and a half. And I am so pumped to give just an overall update of our homeschool this year and what we're looking forward to. And so, our homeschool has been going well. I did all of the courses and the curriculum that I wanted to do. And I'm so pumped about that. I'm pumped. We finished our gather round unit yesterday and we finished Fix It Grammar. That one was later than we usually finish it. We usually finish it sometime in May, but there was a few times where we had to put things off because of appointments or we got sick in April, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was April. We got COVID, and as like collectively as a family, it hit the kids, and then it slowly came to Colin and I at the same time, which was not fun. But it was one of those things where it just meant that we fell behind, and that's okay because we had a little bit buffer. What else was there? I'm really happy with how things went. Our homeschool facilitator has already come and gone for the year, which was epic and awesome because that means my summer is free and clear to plan as much as I can for next year. What else? The girls did their dance recital and they wrapped that up. I finished choir because I sing in a choir, and so that was wrapped up. Darian had some challenges this year specific to his autism and puberty, I think. And then we discovered over the course of this year that we think pretty confidently that he has PDA, which is pervasive demand avoidance, which is a sub-diagnosis within autism. Other children can have that as well, but it is more prevalent in autistic children. But it really was ramping up, and so we've spent a lot more time doing our Sunrise home-based therapy program with the Autism Treatment Center of America. They aren't involved. I just learned from them and then I do it in our home. But it was a really good time, and the more I do that, the more I see his PDA going down, his PDA symptoms going down. He's still searching very much for autonomy, so there's a lot of times where I let him pick what we're going to do for school. If he's in a really good mood, then I take the opportunity to like ask him to do some writing or whatever. But if he's not, then I'm like, what do you want to do today, Bug? And that's been really, really good. So I think the other part that kind of has like my mind as far as the grades, the school year has been kind of split between doing guardianship paperwork and stuff like that. So this summer is going to be a lot of doing that, trying to get all the appointments done, hopefully seeing lawyers and dealing with all of that kind of stuff. My husband is a little saturated at work right now, so a lot of that is going to fall to me to try and manage and work through. So yeah, there's been a few things that our family life has just been really, really busy. Next year, so I'm really happy, like as a wrap up of last year, I'm really happy how the school year went. I've seen great growth in my girls. There were challenges in the homeschool, but Sienna in particular, she's getting very excited about the fact that she's writing better, quicker. Her spelling is still improving, but I'm really thrilled because I can read most of what she writes. There's a couple words where I'm like, even she's like, I don't know what that word is. But so this summer there's going to be some more working with what is it called now? Brain work. Secret stories. Haha, my brain works. It just needs a minute. Secret stories is something that I'm really going to prioritize over the summer with her, to try and like just get over that last little hump with her. And it's a spelling program that kind of teaches why English has all of the weird rules that it does have, but it does it in a story type way, which Sienna seems to really need. We do that with Times Tales as well. And so I'm really happy and pleased with how that's working out. For next year, oh, and I was going to say, Nara's been doing really well. I think with her writing, she's starting to understand that mommy isn't just saying things for her health. And so that's really helpful. But yeah, definitely, like her writing book club that she did, her teacher was saying that she has all of the skills. So she was marking her like she was in grade 10, not in grade 9. And she was like, she got about a 65, 68%, something like that. But she was being marked as a grade 10, 11, 12-year old. And she was like, the reason why I'm marking you that well is because you have all the skills. Now you just need to tighten things up and fix things. So she is still young, and she likes to like just throw in random things because they make her laugh and she thinks she's funny. Uh, Teenagers, right? They don't do that. And oh yeah, I'll tell you this story too. So the homeschool facilitator comes and she's looking at Nara's writing, and there's this thing in a, like, she's writing her paragraphs and she writes in brackets something, and at the bottom there's, it looked like just like dashes, but she had shrunk down something that was sassy, that she didn't want me to necessarily, she shrunk it down so tiny that when it printed it just looked like dashes at the bottom of the line. And the homeschool facilitator was just like, I think those are words. And so she took a picture of it and then blew it up. And it was like something, she was talking about writing to an author, that a book I had assigned her. And so all books that I assigned her are like just awful. And she was like, in the brackets, she wrote whatever she wrote. And then she was like, but what do I know anyway? And then she had shrunk. I was like, and I didn't notice, and the homeschool facilitator did, and I'm like, yep, that makes sense. And that would definitely be what my daughter would do. And then I told her, I was like, so we found your secret message. So anyway, my girls are doing well. Next year is a little bit up in the air, and I don't like it. I just don't likes it, as Chris Evans from Captain America says, because I'm waiting for the school. I'm going to have Anara do language arts with a teacher online with our school board. And she might do one other class. It might be a cooking one. I'm not sure at this point, but it's specifically because I want to make sure that she has a separate teacher from me so that she continues to get that outside information. She'll still go to the book club if it's offered next year, because I really want, again, to have a plethora of people telling her that she needs to fix this or tighten this. And I want her to learn the skills of doing things herself. So this past year, I have had her doing some of the courses. I've had her do one course with Golden Gather Round Homeschool and one science course by herself, and we'll see if she gets them done by the end of June. There's been some contention with that, but the point was is to prepare her to be a self-learner and to take, charge of her own learning. And so that one, it's still a work in progress, but because I'm having her do and are having her do some online stuff, I'm still not sure how our schedule is going to work, because the schedule from the school has not come in yet, which I'm like, come on guys. They're wrapping up the school year this year and then they'll do it again. But Yeah, I'm really hoping that that comes in sooner than later. And then Miss Sienna and me will be doing more one-on-one stuff during that time. But I definitely want to have an RA be a part of our homeschool as well. So I really, until that schedule comes down the pipe, I'm not able to really plan anything. I'm just in the place of picking some of our gather around homeschool units that I want to do next year. I know one or two of them, but I don't know all of them. So that's another part of the homeschool journey, is trying to, usually I have this all picked out before Christmas. Sorry, someone's walking in the field and Julie's just letting them know not to come to our fence. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm having to be very open hands to God, going, you know what my year is going to look like next year, and I just need to trust. So that's pretty much the update at this point. Over the summer, I will still be doing videos. I'll still be doing encouragement videos, but I will also, as soon as I know, do the homeschool curriculum for grade 8, grade 10, and what I'm doing for Darian's grade 11 year. Yes, 11. So I hope this video has been helpful. Feel free to put down below some of your highlights. What was something you were thankful for this school year? Yeah, I'm just thankful it's getting to be done and we'll be able to have a little bit more relaxed. We still do math during the summer, and so there'll still be some stuff that we're doing, but I will make a video just speaking to that next time. Talk to you later. Bye.